Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today, we're reading for January 25th through the 28th, Monday through Thursday, for my Pisces. Hello, my Pisces. Now, you know that I am using my two Radley Valentine decks, my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. Then I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, whatever the message. My job is just to deliver it. Now, okay, we have a full moon in Leo on the 28th. It's going to be strong full moon energy. I do feel for the most part it's going to be powerful. I think it's going to be positive. I feel it's going to be extremely, extremely positive. But as we were doing this, as I was getting ready and I'm getting prepared, the whole thing became like this big silent movie. And, you know how when they're acting, the actors, if you've ever seen clips of silent movies, the actors are very big in their gestures. It's very dramatic. It's over the top in acting. And many times it has, you're just drawn in by the emotion. Well, now, for you, my Pisces, I'm seeing a locomotive go by. I'm seeing the locomotive. It's going by at high speed. It's still silent movie, so I'm not hearing it. It's just going to, I feel like it's one of those locomotives that's just going to push everything away and push everything out of its way. Okay? So let's see what we have here. Three cards are face down. This last one is reversed. It has a little more energy. Remember, the full moon, I say 3 days before, 3 days after. I kind of like more the day before, the day of, and the day after. But this is where you release, you relinquish, and you request. Release what's holding you back. Relinquish what you don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. Write it down, but then speak it out, because we have all of this Aquarius energy going on. Now, let's see. Okay, that locomotive just keeps going. Here we go. Let's see, and I'm seeing the engine. I'm seeing the beginning of it, coming here. Okay, let's see what we have for my Pisces first. Here we go. King of Gabriel. Okay. Gabriel is fire energy. It is our Aries. It's our Leo. It's our Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, determined. We've got the full moon in Leo. So this is going to make you go after a lot of dreams. This is going to almost invigorate you. This is going to make you, you're that locomotive. That locomotive for you. That's that train. It's like, no, you're not. No, get out of my way. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop you, I should say. This is again, passionate, burning, determined. Kings have that underlying air energy. They're very wise. They've seen things. They've ruled things. But this king, the king of Gabriel, he is seeing, because this is more masculine energy, but it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, because we all have a little bit of both in us, depending on how much of whatever. But this is seeing the big picture. This is going after what you want. I'm going to tell you, my Pisces, I do not want to be in the same room with you if I am going to try to keep you from moving, okay? I'm gonna get out of your way and say, okay, there you go. You keep going, because that locomotive, that engine, that train energy, it's just gonna go through, and it's gonna get to its destination also. Because remember, trains mean that there's a journey with that too. So sometimes, so a lot of times if you have a car, if you have, there's journeying. Now the car, you might have some control over it. The locomotive, it's like it's carrying you along. Okay, let's see what we have here. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. Here we go. And did I do that? Generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven. Here we are. Next card. 5 of Raphael. Now, Raphael is your energy. It is also Cancer. It's also Scorpio. Emotional, and it's also fluid. Now, 5s have some change energy. You know, fives could be positive, negative, it could be neutral, but change isn't always easy with this. So these might be new, you know, even though you're going down this road or going down these tracks, even though it's like, you know, the train's not going to stop for anything, there, you know, you may kind of be a little bit worried, or you may feel a little bit concerned that, you know, that things aren't necessarily in your control. Now, I did have, you know, some of this is going to be with this full moon also. So part of it is also giving a little bit of that up to your higher power, your guardian angel, your spirit guide, your voice of the universe, your divine, any archangels they might send to you. So you might, you know, you might feel kind of like, or you might have gone down this direction and there's no way to turn back, and it's just kind of scary. It's just kind of scary. So with this, it's kind of, again, reach out to your higher power, because things are moving in a good way for you. They might be scary because you're just kind of like, there's like you can't turn back anymore. You can't stop the engine anymore. So they might be scary, but you know what? Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, because it feels very good for me. Okay. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver linings, but there is a silver lining with this. Here we go. Last card. This one is reversed. Solutions. Okay. So solutions. This is Archangel Zedkiel. Now, you know, this is, okay, so we have a 14. We have the 1, you know, 1 or a 10. 1 is new beginnings. 10 is transition. 4 has a lot of stability. We add the 1 to the 4. Again, we have a 5, which is a change. Change, change, change. The thing about this is, so while there's a lot of this passion and there's this emotion here, you're going to have to kind of step back a little bit, and you're going to have to kind of say, okay, I can't, you know, yes, and this week will be fueling the fires and will be fueling your emotions. So, you know, you're going to have to step back and look at things, try to look at things a little bit more with less emotion and with less passion. The passion's pushing you forward. The emotion, you know, kind of like is a little bit of a hindrance at sometimes for you, but you need to use, you know, my Pisces, you've got a strong brain, you've got a strong mind. You need to look at that part. You need to use that part of yourself, okay? Because, you know, you need to kind of step back a little bit and just say, okay, there's, you know, I'm going the way I want to go. I have to have some trust, and let's just, you know, let's see how this rides out too, okay? So, Archangel Zedkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. I just kind of feel like with all of this, it works its way through. It works out better. You, though, you know, because it's so big, because the locomotive is, you know, you're not the, you know, you're not the engineer. You know, well, maybe you are the engineer, but maybe it's going so fast that you can't, you know, you feel like you can't put your brakes on, okay? The thing is, you know, just keep riding it out, okay? It gets to its station. It will get to where it needs to be. You will get to where you need to be with this too. Here we go. Let's see what we have. My Angel Tarot cards. 9 of air. Okay, this goes along with that 5 of Raphael. Air energy, again, we talked a little bit about that. That is our Aquarius. It's also our Gemini. It's also our Libra. You know, it's our thought processes. It's hearing news, but it's also our strategic planning. So part of it is that you've got this really strong energy. It's pushing you forward. It's like you can't go back anymore. It's, you know, and yet you are all over the place with your thoughts. Okay? Your thoughts are like, oh, what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? What if this? You're putting all of this negative energy, and you can't do this. We are in an age of Aquarius. You have to try. Even if you have to put Post-it notes out, I will stay positive. I will stay positive. I will look at this as a blessing. You have to put out that positive. Okay, now, I'm not saying for you to be, unrealistic. If there's problems, you know, you need to look for your solutions with them. You need to kind of think back and say, okay, But you have to have faith. You have to have that belief that you can find those solutions. The nine of air, nines have that, let's wrap it up and let's just get things done. But the nine of air is it's you in your head. And many times over, this is when you become your own worst enemy. Okay? So, expecting the worst. Self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. So there's something, you're heading towards something, you're doing something, you're worrying about something, you're losing sleep over it. Can you really do something about it? What can you do? My thing is, when when that's happening, give it to your higher power, give it to your archangel. Okay? Because it does feel positive, it does feel good. It's more a case of, and my Pisces, being the water sign, you do get emotionally charged with the moon, okay? So the thing about it is, instead of expecting the worst, say, you know what? Things are going to work out for whatever, what is it that it says? Everything happens for a reason. Release regret, embrace the opportunities for happiness, search for the silver lining. So, whatever happens, I've done my best, you've done your best, and I'm going to expect good stuff now. I'm going to expect good stuff, okay? And that's the thing, because, your King of Gabriel is like, look at the big picture, stop, and this is saying, King of Gabriel saying, stop looking at those things that, you can't control. Stop looking at the little minutia. Look at the big picture. And if you have to, my Pisces, look beyond the date, okay? So if there's something that, it's like, okay, that on this date, this is going to happen, and you're all worrying, you're getting yourself, look beyond that date, okay? Okay, here we go. What crystal might be, because yes, I feel good with this. I feel you are the one, like I said, you're the one getting into your own way. That's okay. Your emotions, your head, your thoughts, but otherwise it's really positive. And that locomotive is very directional. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy could be helpful for my Pisces. Here we go. Water. Well, you are a water sign. Drink your water, okay? But this is also a little bit, put some water next to you, in your, when you go to sleep, have a little bit of water next to you, okay? Water is emotional, intuition, psychic powers. It's also healing. But also, too, if you haven't been doing this, my Pisces, start drinking more water. Lay off of the sodas, the pop, the whatever you call it. Start drinking more water. It's very cleansing. Okay. Interesting stuff for you. Now, take a moment, hit the like, share, subscribe. It does help. More importantly, my Pisces, and as always, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.